with me, I've got Chief Bimbo Afolayan. He is the Executive Director of NDDIS, that is the Nigerian Diaspora Direct Investment Summit. That sounds like a huge hat to put on. So can you tell us a bit more about your organization and how it came to be?
The organization called Nigerian Diaspora Direct Investment Summit was set up about 6 years ago to promote investments into Africa, particularly to Nigeria. I set it up when I became the chairman of the Nigerian community in the UK called Kanuk. I was there for about 5 years, and I realized that a lot of Nigerians in diaspora always want to do business back home. And we also felt that if the Indians, the Chinese, the British, and different people are going to Nigeria to invest, there's no reason, absolutely no reason why Nigerians in diaspora cannot go back and invest. So we organize investment summits. We go to Nigeria to bring ministers and governors and director generals to pitch to the diaspora. And we also bring different diaspora businesses together, and everybody does what we call speed introduction. We also organize deal room meetings, and a lot of people have relocated back to Nigeria now because of that. A lot of partnerships have been formed, a lot of businesses have been created, even jobs have been created. It's been a huge success so far.
Wow, fantastic. So you hear that this NDDIS is just grown so big that people actually packing up and going back home and establishing businesses and establishing jobs. And that's amazing. So, but the thing is, some people are a bit cautious, about, okay, doing business miles away. What would you say to people? How could you elevate some of that fear and cautiousness about, is it safe for me to go and invest in Nigeria? Obviously, we know the kind of press that Nigerians get, around the world. We are great people. We really are. We're great business-minded people. And so we need people like you to encourage people, all people, and, the wider community to say, listen, Nigeria is the place to do business. So how can people be relieved of that kind of cautious, awareness about investing in Nigeria?
First of all, I would say that yes, there are challenges back home, but at the same time, people are going there to invest. So if a Chinese man can go and invest in Nigeria, why would any Nigerian diaspora say that he's scared of his own country? I'd rather die than be scared. So, but what we say to people is that there are challenges, no doubt, but they are widely exaggerated. So I go to Nigeria regularly, and I see a lot of things going on over there. And there are skills that we have. Rather than us complaining and getting scared of what's back there, we should be thinking of how do we add value. After all, what you are doing here is adding value. So we can take some of this value back home, even in terms of securities, business opportunity. All the problems in Nigeria are business opportunities. Every time we identify the problem in Nigeria, we create a solution. We create a business around it. So we've created so many initiatives. People have come up with wonderful ideas to resolve security issues, and they are making money out of it. Some of them are reducing the tension back home. Recently, we formed the Nigerian Business Club at the Nigerian High Commission, and we even invited the Prime Minister's trade envoy to Nigeria and the High Commission, and they all testify to the fact that where to do business right now and to make the highest ROI, as they call it, return on investment, is Africa, particularly Nigeria. So we always disabuse the minds of people who feel that there are issues. One other thing we do is that we have partnership with organizations that help to it's a kind of induction to induct Nigerians back into their country, so that when you are there,
to re-educate
them, because the most difficult people to actually get to invest are actually Nigerians. While the British, the Chinese, the Indian, they go with a free mind sometimes. Even some diasporans want to go with the mentality of UK. But when you get to Nigeria, we have a process where we train you in terms of this is how to do it. For example, if I want to get anything from the Office of Trade in the UK, I'll write a letter, probably go on their website, and then I'll get some response. That may never work in Nigeria. So we train people on steps to take and how not to get frustrated. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. So you heard from the man himself. You've got foreigners, non-indigents going back to Nigeria, doing business and killing it, really reaping from our very, very rich nation. So how much more Nigerians like ourselves? And as you rightly said, it's about re-educating us. Some of us have got preconceived ideas of what Nigeria was like and this and that. But as you say, people are going there with businesses. They're enriching people around. So if that's happening, people are being enriched, people are being employed. Of course, things like the security, the fear and all that, it's all going to go away. So you heard it yourself. So you retrain people, re-educate people's minds as to the new Nigeria, as to how they can successfully create businesses for themselves and employment for other people. It's a win-win situation. Okay, fantastic. Just so finally, how can events like PAFASH be marketed successfully in Nigeria?
It can be marketed successfully. This is a fantastic idea. I told Madam Ibiemi this evening. This is a brilliant idea, and I think it's one of those things that you could bring into NDDIS. I've just discussed with her. We'll see how we can partner with her to, first of all, bring it to London also, and then we start looking at how to also take it to Nigeria. Now, this is where the business idea comes in, because you're talking about fashion and you're talking about culture, and look at what you're doing with the fabrics, the Ankara and all of those designs. And those are things that could be, the Ankaras are produced very cheaply in Nigeria, and you can then turn them into money. You can use that to create jobs. We also have the diaspora. We have the British Nigerian diasporas, those born here. So we are Nigerian British.
We are made in England, Nigerians. Yeah, I was born in Liverpool.
But my children were born here, but they are of Nigerian origin. So now this is one huge opportunity of bringing them into the culture and creating wealth and creating jobs. Life is just about adding some value, doing something and adding something to, that empowers the world that we all live in. So there's a huge opportunity for us here to bring in all of this fashion thing into Nigeria and create jobs back home.
Okay, excellent. So PAFASH is going down south to London and then further on to Lagos, Abuja, you name it. I'm actually loving the idea of that. And I love what you said, turning Ankara into money. Hello, Ankara, as you say, you can get it so cheap. And people are coming and just killing it. I want everything I've seen here. And this is a thing that people can easily do back home. They don't realize the value of what they're making, what they take for granted back home. And it's for likes of us to go there and educate them of the potential that what they're doing can have all over the world. And when we've seen Stella McCartney trying with Ankara,
and I saw some of the designs there where you can actually use you have your black fabric, for example, and then you use the Ankara at the top. That's for me, I've never seen anything like that before. So all of these things can be improved on. They can be developed into strong business that that enriches other, creates more money.
Excellent. Okay, so how can people get involved with NDDIS? How can we be a part of this?
So to be a part of it, all you need to do is just register to be part of the Nigerian Diaspora, the NDDIS Business Club. So we launched the Nigerian Business Club recently, and all you need to do is just if you contact me, and I can give you all the information, or if you send an email to info@nddis.com, info@nddis.com. We will send a form to you. You can fill the form, be a member of the business, and then we will invite you to our next business club meeting where you can do a pitch to the audience. And we have our summits are usually the biggest summit. When we have summits, even our business club meetings, which we have at the Nigerian High Commission, we have minimum 150 or 170 business delegates. But when we are having our summits, we have 700, 800 delegates. We've actually had a summit in the past where we had 1,000 delegates per day for 2 days. So, and these are different business people with funders, potential partners, people with initiatives, people with finances, and people that can be part of your business.
Okay, so nddis.com, go on there and you can register or send an email to info@nddis.com for you to be a part of this great potential that's happening. Fantastic. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you too.